How are you planning on cheesing all in version? Exactly how are you planning on cheesing it? Because if you're gonna save scum, that's lame. Piché I will have his own Twitch channel and he'll say random stuff in chat based on what chat says or what Chris says. That will be a scary day. That would be a frightening day. That would be a startling day. Tell me what gotcha machine Zigzagoon drops out of. It's not gonna work. I've planned for this. Pickup does not pick up Pokeballs in that game. Nice try. I've thought of it already. You can get Zigzagoon as a starter. It will not change a thing. You will not get a Pokeball with the Zigzagoon. Time to kidnap some white-collared dog things? Huh? Lottery it is? I've already thought of that. You can't access the lottery. The lottery doesn't exist in the game. I've thought of it. You can't cheese it. You can't get the Master Ball. You're so late? I've only been home for like, what, 20 minutes? Look, I went out to dinner at like 6. And it took 4 hours! It was unbelievable. 4 hours! For like one meal with like 6 people. It was brutal. Sounds like a you problem. It's an everyone problem because now it's 10:30. But there's good news in this. We have potential to maybe have the worst stream of the year. Because it's so damn short. How slowly I'll chew? We didn't get our food until almost 9. It took 3 hours to get our food. I did get escargot though, and the escargot was tasty. It tickled my French jeans. We're straight, yes! Gonna wake up some grumpy nights? It's fine, it's Friday. Wake them up. They have things to do. You have French jeans? I have Italian jeans. Actually, no. I don't have Italian jeans. Where were my jeans made? They're from Polo, but Polo's from New York. Thank you for the free game. It's just a hack. I didn't make the game. I made a hack of a game. So you can thank Game Freak for the game, but you can thank me for the hack if you want. You're French-Italian. I think my mom was talking about this tonight. I think she's 2% Italian or something, which makes me like maybe, I don't know, like a fraction of a percent. I didn't make Game Freak. Don't pin that on me. That's not my fault they exist. You gave me the hack for free. Yeah, I gave you a patch for their game. When I saw people were putting screenshots of them playing it into the Discord, it made me want to play it, which is weird because I've done nothing but edit it or play it for the last 5 months. The Onion Cup has still been banished. I washed it this morning. It's in my drying rack right now. You actually own the copyright? That wouldn't make any damn sense. That would be crazy. We couldn't own anything, because then someone could just sneak into your home and steal it, and then it's theirs. They own the copyright. Had another concert last night. You gotta stop streaming on my concert nights. Look, man. I'm not trying to plan it on your concert nights. I just happen to be hosting a concert at the same time. I'm roughed up right now. Sitting for 4 hours, hungry, waiting for your food does a lot on a brain. Especially after you eat some snail. I got this, I'm from New England, right? I got this, like, seafood pasta. It was, like, linguine with clams. And it was bad, man. It stunk. And the clams, and I'm from New England, I can judge the clams. The clams were, like, this big a piece. And I've never seen local clams this big a piece. So I don't think they were local. Eat some snail sounds kind of like an insult. No, but snails are delicious. Everyone's like, ew, snails, ew. No, they taste good because they're just covered in butter and garlic, and then they taste like butter and garlic, and those are like the 2 best flavors. What if a judge brought you and the Game Freak executives into a courtroom and said whoever is willing to guillotine their hand off gets the copyright for Pokemon? They could have it. I don't want it that bad. I like my hand. I do things with my hand, man. How am I gonna stroke my shit? could have gone for any other joke in the world there, and that's the one I went with. How big is your clam? That's not any better. They taste like chicken? They do kind of taste like chicken. With butter and garlic. You have so much money to get a new robo hand? I don't want a robo hand. I like my hands. I got big hands. I'm fine with these. I'm chill with these. You have 2 hands. And I like having 2 hands. I want 2 hands. I don't want to imagine that. I should have made that joke. That was a misstep. We call you Big Boss if you had a robot hand. You could just call me Big Boss now if you want to. That doesn't change the fact. You don't need a robot hand to be called Big Boss. You could call me anything. You call me bald and I have hair. You didn't wait for that. No, you are not Big Boss from Metal Gear. Doesn't matter. It's just 2 words. Give them the other hand. You still get shit done. I don't want to give away my hands. Let them cut off their own hand. For the rights to keep their own shit. Let them do it. See if they're brave enough. And if they're not brave enough, then who gets it at the end of the day if nobody cuts their hand off? Do they go, oh, well, we made a mistake. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Who gets it if nobody cuts off their hand? Me. The people. Then it's a win. Then no, I'm not going to cut off my hand. Then it's a win. Because I don't see them cutting off their hand. You can make it so ROMs aren't illegal, but if the people own it, then the people can decide that. You just have to keep it away from the people who are like, oh, I'm going to stand up for the corporation. That's why I'm here. I'm here to stand up for the corporation. I love the corporation. You're looking glorious, King. Thank you. Thank you. I was just standing out in the rain. Not 30 minutes ago. Well, maybe 30 minutes ago. You're less Big Boss and more Tiny Boss. No, this is just false because I'm probably bigger than Big Boss. Let's look this up. Big Boss height 5'11". Big Boss is 5'11". Sounds like small boss to me. Not big. I am bigger than Big Boss. Or farming in the rain. Actually, I was dropped off by my parents outside my apartment. Jumbo Boss. You're like 5'5". I'm 6'5". We know this. We know that. Ask Juber. Ask Juber. Where's Juber? Get Juber in here. We know this. 311. What's up with the Feebass plush? I don't know where it is. It's been missing for a while. I don't know where it is. It's somewhere in here and I don't know where. My room is a mess right now, though. I gotta clean this place. How do we know you didn't tamper with the tape measure? You think that when I went to the doctor and they measured me, I said turn around and they did, and then I atomic wedgied them, and then I took the tape measure and then wrote fake numbers on it and got away with it? Were you hungry? No, I didn't eat the plush. By ending the boss's life, you can't even compare.
It's Dono time, and since you're late and short stream, you get this. Hashtag free the Kirby. Hashtag Team Raw.
No, this is too long.
Crisis
this is too long.
Hashtag bush trimmer. Hashtag carpet meatloaf. Meow. Alloy loy alloy. Meow. Alloy loy alloy.
How long is this?
Meow. Alloy loy alloy. Meow. Alloy loy alloy. Meow. Alloy loy alloy.
See, it doesn't work that we're late and then a long, thank you for the donation, a long TTS goes in because then it makes us later. It doesn't work. Look, if Big Boss came up to me, he's a 5'11" man, I would simply pick him up by his shirt like a cat picks up their young, and I would drop him in a trash can, and then I would become Bigger Boss. It's very simple. Cry about it. Take my money. Speaking of, I'm not sure if this updated. I'm not sure if that was through... I don't think that was a super chat. But if you do super chat, all of the funds go to Kirby, who is trapped in a pickle jar. Has been trapped in a pickle jar for 2 years. Only you can free Kirby from the pickle jar demise and doom. Solid Snake became bigger boss, and you cannot be the biggest boss. How tall is Solid Snake? Solid Snake height. Also 5'11". So I would see Solid Snake, I would pick him up by his shirt like a cat picks up their young, and I would drop him into a trash can, and then I would become biggest boss. Thank you for the membership! Is it a greased pickle jar? I have no idea what's inside that pickle jar. I have no idea. No, you're missing the point. It's not the height anymore. The height is just the advantage. I put him in a trash can, he's gone. Are you Big Man Blastoise? I don't even know how to answer that. Can I mail you cash? You may not. You may not have my address. You'd have all donos go to the fund? I don't know how. Streamlabs won't let me do it. Trust me, I would, but I don't know. I don't know how. Because the problem is, then if I switch it to PayPal version, then the people get mad about the Super Chats one, which is the more popular one. Can I have Xiao's address? Yeah, you can. But you have to get it from Xiao. If we already have your address, can we mail you the money? Lose my address. He beat Vulcan Raven? Okay, how tall is Vulcan Raven? Vulcan Raven height. 6'11". Wow. Good thing he's already gone. I would have lost. But he's already gone, so. Must have been a pitiful week, man. It's always Streamlabs' fault. What am I going to do? Am I going to invent a new Streamlabs? Am I going to invent a new Streamlabs? Is that my next project? I invent a new Streamlabs so we can free Kirby. Is that the next project? Can we party at Xiao's place? No, you'd scare the pigeon. But you can have his address. Can you hide in a cardboard box? Depends on the box. What'd you do if you found out your landlord loves your channel? I would hope I get a discount. I would put up an offer. I would say, I will stream way more if you discount my rent. Matter of fact, if I can live here for free, I'll stream every day for you. That's the deal. You let me live here for free, you get streams every day. I will keep you entertained. No, if we do 2 dono boxes, then we're going to end up in a world where I have to do math, and that always ends bad. And someone for PBS, but we're already in that world. Big Man Blastoise has been added to the videos to watch channel of the Discord. Noted. Duly noted. If I pay your rent, will you also do that? You're not going to pay my rent. I won't let you do that. You can pay to free Kirby. You can't pay to my rent. You can't do that. What if your landlord asked you to bring back Feebass Friday? If I got to live here for free, I'd do Feebass Friday again. Everyone liked the stream. Anyways, we don't have a long stream tonight because unfortunately we started late. But we're going to try to get that damned Eevee that we've been trying to get for 31 and a half hours now. 31 and a half hours, still no Eevee. Make it a race between the 2 dono boxes? They both have to go to 2,000? That's kind of evil. That's $4,000. We're already like in criminal territory with this number that chat pitched. This is already criminal. This is kidnapping in a jar. This is ransom is what this is. We can't do double ransom. You have 30 days to find a purple Feebass or you get evicted. I wouldn't like that. I'd be upset about that. That would make me genuinely upset. I don't even remember the controls for this since it's been so long. Like, how does this work? How does this tool work? How does this device work? I don't know how late I'm going to stay up. I have a family thing I have to do tomorrow too, but I don't know what time. I'm not sure what time that's going to be at. I don't know if I'm sleeping in or if I'm not sleeping in at all. I'm sorry. Why are you sorry? Look, sometimes we rack our brains so hard the brain pops, and then you forget what you're doing. PC settings, but only over VGA? That's weird. How old is your TV? You're doing the ransom lower if you think it's evil. You have a family? I thought you were hatched from a turkey egg. I have a family! I think... there's quite a conundrum going on of people who think that I was born from a rooster egg, and other people who think that I just sit here and that's it. And there's no in between. Is Shadow Lugia just Mr. L? If all goes wrong, it'll be our Mr. L. Also, just so everyone's aware, I did say, and this is before Twitch was a thing, this was before chrispiche TV or HeyoPC existed on Twitch, I did say if we pull a shiny Salamence, before we pull the shiny Eevee, I do have to donate like 150 members or something like that to YouTube. Which is a fuckload of money. I don't live in your web browser. It's an aneurysm. Yeah, well, it happens. I don't think roosters lay eggs. That's the confusing part. That's why I'm confused. He doesn't have ears. Oh, yeah? What do you do if I do this? What now? What do we do now? I just changed your life forever. Nothing's the same. Now what? AI. AI gave me ears. The ears are painted. I could pull wax out of there right now and show you and prove it to you that it is not AI or paint with my dirty earwax. Put those away. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Now are we all on my side? 1469. Is this working? It is. Okay. Shiny Salamence is the same rate. But we don't get to keep it, so that's why there's a goal behind it, because I'll be mad. Would you rather have unlimited bald but no dent? Oh, okay, if my head was genuinely dented, if I had a choice between either having a genuine dent in my fucking head or being bald, I'd pick bald. Because there's no saving you from the dent, you just have a dent. You know? Like a bald man, people, that's just a bald guy. Dent in head, that's a fucking, put him in a circus character. Which is messed up, but that's the reality of the way things are. I didn't stuff fake wax in my ear. Want to hear something infuriating? Not a ton. I don't really want to be infuriated. Are you already bald? I'm not bald. Look at the mop on my damn head. I could clean my floor with the top of my head if I just did a breakdancing move across my floor. If I ran a bunch of olive oil on the floor and then went on my head and slid, it would clean the floor. Yeah, well, I guess it would be covered in olive oil, but you know what I mean. You have to have Switch 2 to play the GameCube NSO. I thought I already knew that. Did they just announce that? That was kind of my default thought and thinking. It seems very Nintendo of them to do that. Why are you anti-fun not letting me cheese your hack? Look, I told you there's no way to do it. We even found the timer ball in the what's it called? In the Trickmaster's room. You can't even get that. How about just play the game? Play the damn game. Olive oil does not clean floors. Tell that to the Italians. Olive oil can be used for anything you want. You want to be healthy? Eat it cold. You want to be unhealthy? Eat it hot. You want to smell nice? Rub it in your armpits. You want acne? Rub it on your face. You can do anything you want. No, you don't want to cheese it. Cheesing it is lame. Cheesing the hack is lame and disrespectful. Unsportsmanlike, even. You want to play the game like Pokemon? Then play Pokemon. What? What? You have the Game Corner expansion. Just play that. What's the point of even playing the hack if you want to just catch Pokemon? Just play Pokemon. You absorb calories through your armpits? I don't know the answer to that, but I'm willing to do a scientific study for you. Did you keep the Master Ball from the department store lottery? You can't access the lottery. You want the dice rolls and coin flips? Look, now you're asking for too much. You could have asked of this months ago. It didn't say a word until it came out. Now it's unequivocally over. Now there's no hope. What if I access the lottery? You can't. It's not possible. It is it's impossible. Now you could play 2-player and trade a Pokemon over with an item with a ball. And that would cheese the hack, but that'd be a lot of work. Attempt 1500 will not be the one. That's an odd number. So therefore, you're saying that it won't. So, okay, I won't. I won't get my hopes up. Launch 2 instances? It would be a pain in the butt to do that over and over and over again, but it's doable. If you put my mom's dog into the hack, that'll be the next one. I do have an idea for the next hack, but I don't want to do it right away because I want to take a break from making gigantic hacks. Yeah, but unless you, like, have a specific Pokemon in mind you want to catch, you'd have to trade multiple balls. It would be 6 at a time. Put one mart in the post game where I could buy Pokeballs. Would that even work out? Could you? I guess you could do that in binary, yeah. Because a lot of the maps are exactly the same. I don't think the map banks... Well, maybe the map banks would change. I don't know if it's possible. I mean, it's 100% possible, but I don't know if it would be easy. You need to check on your root chakra. Matter of fact, now hang on. Now hang on. Wait, there might be a way to post-game this. There might be a way to post-game this. Because I didn't alter the battle frontier. Which means that there's a mart in the battle frontier. Now, can you buy items there? Probably not, because I did think of that, and you can only buy things with coins, meaning AKA secret base decorations at marts. So you might be actually... This was a waste of time to tell you this. It's uncheesable! Can you put Lola as the starter and her only move is win? And it one-shots never misses? I could do that. Can you name the player Beans next soft reset? Yes, don't let me forget, but yes. It's not a hope. I've tested it. I've tested it. Nobody cares? I don't know about that. Don't know about that one. He releases Cheese World, now it's uncheesable. Get a grip. Well, you can't do the same thing forever, you know? Can't do the same thing forever. If you do the same thing forever, then it gets old and it gets dusty and it gets dirty, right? It's like, think about when they make sequels to movies and the sequel stinks. Chris's next ROM is going to be a ROM about Pokemon. We'll see about that. We'll see about that. Wait, I forgot to do this. I have to do beans. Beans. You have to work for the cheese. It's not cheese if Chris knows about it. Look, there could be cheese in the hack that I don't know about, but I don't think there is. I think I've literally thought of everything. Like, you can't do department store, you can't do pickup, you can't do trick master, you can't do the items on the ground unless I missed one, but I don't think I missed any. You can't do the Devon character who gives you the items. Unless there's something I'm missing. What about literal cheese, though? I should have put literal cheese into the game. If it's a green salamence on beans, I'll jump off the roof. No jumping today. Every niche. You could just do some research. You could just look up where every possible location to get a Pokeball. Any Mons hold balls? Good question. That's a possibility. That's a possibility unless you're playing on randomized mode. If you're playing on randomized mode, you can't cheese that. Sequels don't exist if you don't accept them. No, they still exist. You're just not privy to them. You're just blissfully unaware. Emphasis on blissfully. What if I use Game Shark? I don't know if it would work. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. You've been noticed. The thing is, if, like, I tried using a Game Shark to skip through some stuff in that hack, and it didn't do what I wanted it to do when I was testing it. I don't know if item slots would be the same. None of the base mons hold Pokeballs. It would be down to if a trainer specifically has one for no reason, but I got a feeling there isn't one. The chrispiche sequel is such a banner. Yeah, I really liked when they replaced him with the guy who plays Kylo Ren. It made the stream a lot better. Lottery still exists. You have the chance to get a Master Ball after hours trying to get it. You just get presented with a single slice of Kraft cheese. That has a bite taken out of it. Do you know what I learned today? My brother had a mouse in his apartment, and the mouse was just a little baby thing. It would hang out at his desk and just watch him work, and it was not afraid of him. And he tried to put it outside like twice, and it would come back, get back in the apartment, and hang out at his desk. So he took care of a mouse for a while. And he showed me pictures of it, which is so out of character for him. I was like in shock. He would feed it with cheese. chrispiche remastered, and they replaced me with like Alex Skarsgård. It was kind of adorable. I hope the mouse is okay because it's not there anymore. Was watching the Delicious James deleted scenes in general. Are there any jokes you really regret making? On the Delicious James channel or just like across the board? Remastered Definitive Edition plus Bowser's Fury. Cameron Diaz? Who would play you in the live action chrispiche movie? It would be a Skarsgård, I think. Because it's very Swedish looking. Across the board. Yes. On stream once, I made a joke that I have removed from the channel. It was a joke where somebody made a joke about my mom, and I did this thing I used to do to my friends, where I would like react like, yeah, my mom is hot. Yeah, my mom is sexy. And because I never made that joke before, it just came off as real. Everyone thought I thought my own mom was sexy. I regret that joke. So that stream is privated. My brother doesn't look like me, though. My brother doesn't look like me, so my brother couldn't play me. Young Gravy could, but Young Gravy doesn't act like me. Have you pat yourself on the back yet for all-in version? No, but I'm happy that people are excited to play it and people have been sharing screenshots. Because I had a lot of fun with it. I had a ton of fun playing it to the point where when I saw the screenshots, I wanted to play it again. I'm proud of that. Clip Chris saying my mom is sexy. I feel like it would be such a quick clip. That one doesn't scare me. Can you say something for me real quick? If you're going to ask me to talk about my mother, I won't do it. We need to petition them to include Cheese World. Would it be like a coming-of-age film where at the end, Droid and I perform on stage our hit song, Buick Lucerne, followed up by I Went to Hell, and everyone screams and cheers, and then Droid gets the girl at the end, and I'm the goofy side character who doesn't get the girl, but everyone loves him anyways? Would it be that? Did Wright on Rick and Morty, or did they steal the "my mom is sexy" joke? I think that's just it's a niche joke that groups of dudes do sometimes in the world, and I think it wasn't made up by Rick and Morty. I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that. Arthritis does suck. I'm sorry you have arthritis. One badge into a Nuzlocke so far with Nidoran and Bulbasaur. That's a strong team. That's good for like the first 3 gyms. That's a great beginning team. fine. Fine, I'll say it. I'll say it, fine. I'm Pichéing it. I'm Pichéing it. Oh, so good, I'm Pichéing it. I can't do it less deadpan than that. I'm not showing you a picture of my mom. It's not a joke for the Rick and Morty writers? Probably not. Probably not. I feel like people used to think that Dan Harmon was like god of writing, and then people really thought Dan Harmon was god of writing when Rick and Morty came out. And as Rick and Morty has aged, people kind of dunk on Dan Harmon now. And we don't even need to cover Justin Roiland. You can't Piché it live on YouTube. Why not? I got more pickles today. Good stuff. The cover opens upwards so you don't spill it. Doesn't securely seal. Which reminds me, which by the way reminds me, you can free Kirby from a jar of pickles if you donate in the YouTube chat. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining. I just lost my place in all my resets. Where'd they go? What were we at? It's okay, I can find out. 1480. Two. We were at 2. I also need to move this. It's covering the YouTube chat. That's better. That's a lot better. That's less in the way. What happened to Kerbo? Kerbo's been there for 2 years. Since we got Kerbo. Oh no! Is there a Stream Elements link? The confusing thing with Stream Elements is I've never used Stream Elements for like anything. Thank you for the 4 months. I taped the lid and it's still leaked. You gotta fix that, brother. My favorite bit to do is to say a tiny number whenever someone asks for a big number. When does that bit ever come into play? Like, do you wait until someone comes up to you on the road and is like, oh, I just can't figure out what 10 times 136 is? And you're like, 10? Like, when does that come up? When someone asks for your phone number? Or your social security number? What's your social security number? 1. Yellow. Have you ever thought of doing reactionary content during this? I have not. Reaction content kind of scares me, though. Copyright scares me on that front. Holy Lord! Thank you for the $20! Is that a dancing... Is that a dancing NES controller? Or SNES controller? Is YouTube allowed to even use that? That's very kind of you, Bunny. Kirby will appreciate it. Thank you for the $20. It is I, the random guy who shows up randomly. Welcome to the stream. How much do you think this is worth? 67 cents. I don't know. I'll think about it. It's a nondescript gaming controller. Trademark. I guess if you do color it yellow, then it is not a SNES controller any longer. And it's wireless. I also thought it was a boombox at first, but maybe I'm just a crazy person. That's a controller you bought off Amazon. I threw that out. It's gone. I threw it out. I was worried it was actually trying to use my computer to mine for bitcoins. I tossed it in the trash. It's gone. What a waste of $40. It'd be cool to have gameplay in the corner while we watch an hour-long video on a random subject while you interject with stuff. That would be nice. Now, if we get this shiny Eevee right away, though, like right now, like this reset, then the game will be on, baby. Good evening. Welcome to the stream. XD is a fantastic game. And the fact that some of it looks goofy and the models are kind of pointy and they look a little weird just adds to the flavor. Is using your soul for Bitcoin. Genuinely. And we'll need another Mon like 15 minutes afterwards. I think you have one battle, and then the next battle you have to catch that Mon. So I think literally we get this and then 15 minutes of gameplay and then we just do this again. And we're almost 32 hours into it. Drawing in a magma page with friends? What does that mean? Is magma like an app? Release the video eventually? Oh good, great, good. No, I'm excited for that. That's great. Do you have a shiny yet? We have 10. We've done Family Guy clips and Subway Surfers, and chat went feral! We did that like week 1 of streaming, and chat went crazy! The Metagross cannot, but the Salamence can. The Salamence can, and I have offered to donate memberships if the Salamence is shiny. Have you tried American Dad? Have you tried swapping the Family Guy clips for American Dad? I would like to watch Roger in a funny costume, drink and smoke, and then I want to see the fish get racist. Have you tried that? Have you tried it? Can you put chrispiche funny moments over the camera? Over the camera? Do you want me to like hold my laptop right here? Or do you mean just like on the overlay? I don't know why I would go for holding it up to the camera the first time. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. Wait, were you trying to redeem it? Were you trying to use that as a redeem? Don't make that a redeem. Don't make that a redeem. Have you tried making your own Family Guy clips? I haven't. I could animate Family Guy clips, though. I could make a Family Guy parody. I have the ability. Because I am an animator. And I've made parodies in the past. I'm a bit of a parody guy. I'm a bit of a Weird Al Yankovic. Thought you lost your mind already? I'm sane. I'm normal. I'm normal. I'm normal. Use popsicle sticks and cardboard. Okay, that would be... If you do a parody and you do something unique like that, even if it's really goofy, it actually would probably explode. People love that kind of thing. Parody guy is well-versed on the copyright. I have a small understanding of copyright. I've only been claimed like 100 times. Normal people don't have to say they're normal. Ah, well, if they don't, how do you trust them? If you meet a guy who's never said that they're normal, what if they're a big weirdo? I would trust a man who says they're normal as opposed to a person who's never believed they're normal. Shiny white Tatsugiri and use Memento? That's a damn shame. That's a damn shame. If it makes you feel better, I found a gold fortress once in Violet version and it used Explode. Like a million balls. Peter Griffin VTuber model? No. I've always said if I ever did a VTuber stream, I would need like a big redneck man drinking a beer. I would need it like a gigantic, like Big Hoss in like a black and red flannel shirt. You'd need to have a trucker hat. You wouldn't see it on the camera, but you would need Carhartt boots. And short Carhartt shorts. Yeah, like Larry the Cable Guy. And then I could have Larry the Cable Guy model on here and he could go, ooh, well. And it would be awesome. If they never said they are normal, they never had to. Or they never believed it. Or they thought to themselves, I'm not normal. I'm not going to lie to the public. I think it would go crazy. If I had like a Larry the Cable Guy here, and then he was like, "This is my VTuber dog," and then a dog came up, and it was really cute, and he was like, "I'm gonna boop his snoofer, boop, ooh woo." I think it would be awesome. Can Larry the Cable Guy do the thug shaker? I suppose you could put that animation in there, I suppose. Part of the Cable Guy look is being bald? Yeah, but with a trucker hat. Who needs hair if you're gonna rock a trucker hat? I don't own a trucker hat, that's how you know I'm not bald. My brother is making fun of me for actually watching a streamer. Tell him this isn't a stream. Tell him to go, this is a way of life. You don't get it. And then run to your room and slam the door. No shirt either. It would be kind of hard to have a version of the VTuber model where you just got big beer gut hanging out. Looking at what IDs I got in this hunt keeps me pretty entertained. I put a members only video about the rarest ID I've ever gotten in a run we're still doing. Yo, no, you're cringe! It's not a face! That would make him make more fun of me. Go, you're stupid! Pull a prank on him. You can take a used sock and put his toothbrush in it and start crying in the bathroom. Find one thing he really likes. Say, that's cringe! And then, like if it's music, find a poster of the band, rip it down from the wall, and start crying. Sleeveless lumberjack shirt and torn booty shorts. That's what I'm saying. That would be the perfect VTuber model. You were on YouTube when that short was uploaded and watched it with the first 47 seconds. No, that means you did the right thing. That's what everyone should be doing. Terminally on YouTube and terminally watching this channel. Including, but not limited to, the members-only content. Mostly because there hasn't been a new uploaded in like a month. You list his social security number out loud to him to show you can steal his life if yours is so bad. Okay, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. You should, what you should do if your brother comes to you and makes fun of you for watching this stream, go make a bowl of cereal and eat it while crying. Right in the kitchen where everyone can see. And when someone approaches you to talk to you, run away with the cereal while spilling milk everywhere and go to your room and slam the door. That solves the problem. I've found that works for me in every situation. But you have to spill the milk on the running out or it doesn't work. This song is so underrated. Team Charm's theme, absolutely underrated. Not played enough anywhere. Haven't heard it enough anywhere. I can't cry over spilled milk. No, it's spilling milk over crying. You see, you got it backwards. You're allowed to spill milk over crying. You can't cry over the spilled milk, though. You slip on the milk and olive oiled up floor and get a concussion? Well, then they feel bad about it. That's a bonus if that happens. Then they see you in the hospital when you wake up from your coma, and they're the one crying because it was their fault. See how it works? See how the gears are turning? See that? Stabby the Roomba is going to choke on the water. I have a Roomba, and it's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. When I look at it, I think of it like it's a pet in my room, like a dog, and I think it's the stupidest dog I've ever seen. Like, that is a dumb dog. My brother called me cringe, and I intentionally slipped into a coma to make him feel bad. It would work! You just have to say it wasn't intentional. But you also have to point the finger at him and be like, it was his fault. Like, I don't think there's anything embarrassing about watching streamers. I think it depends on the streamer. I think you can be embarrassed for watching bad streamers. And when I say bad, I mean like evil. You can feel bad and feel cringe for that. If you watch an evil streamer. Because there are evil streamers. Because even if you hate watching an evil streamer, like you're in the chat making fun of them or something, you're still prolonging their career. So you should feel cringe for that. My mother got a Roomba, and apparently you can nickname them in the app. She named it Favorite Child. How do you feel about that? Like the average podcast alpha? It depends. It depends. I'm thinking more like prank streamers. Like dudes who just go out live IRL stream and make people's days worse in public. If you watch that, you should feel cringe. Even if you're like fighting the guy and calling him an idiot, you should still feel bad because you're prolonging the career. That's more in the realm I'm thinking of. There's definitely a lot of folks on Kick that you could probably put into that category as well. Yeah, Nuisance streamer's bad. Purely for the pet factor? It's nice because it's a cleanup tool. It's a vacuum. It's not a great vacuum, but it's a vacuum. And it just looks like a dumb pet that's just bumping into shit. And getting caught on things like an idiot. Yeah, if you watch Alpha Rat or I Show Speed, you're fine. You don't have to feel cringe about that. We need a pick. But it's just a Roomba. It's just charging in the other room. It's in its cage. Someone tried to make my life bad while live streaming. Their chat will get to see a live stream of that streamer going on an all-expense-paid trip to the hospital. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people say that, but it doesn't always happen. It has happened. It's happened here and there. Like, Joe Broski's mentioning Johnny Somali. It's happened to him. But I think when the situation comes up, it's not always immediately, like, obvious that they're streaming it. And it's not always, like, it's not always the first instinct to, like, just fucking punch a dude in the head. Because it depends on, like, the level of nuisance. And in fact, you could be the one who's in trouble even if they kind of provoked you. Because it's like, at what point is it, like, self-defense? He does the nuisance streams. He literally committed arson live. Is that real? I didn't know I Show Speed did that. Sets off fireworks in his room. Honestly, I thought he just did like comedy stuff and like soccer. There's that guy that got shot doing the dumb stuff too. I think you're right. I think you're right. I think you're correct about that. I've seen a lot of videos of like altercations coming up. They never like follow through all the way, but altercations from IRL streamers being like idiots. He almost caught his house on fire via a Pikachu firework and he lived with his family. Okay, that's kind of messed up. The back flipping into tables is funny though. That's funny. The clip of him like backflipping directly into a table is very funny. Hurt nobody but himself. That's funny. But there are people that just do that, like, and that's it. You know what I mean? They go live and their intention is to hurt people. Is to make people's days bad. 9 more attempts till 1500, but you said 1500 would be nothing. Or was that you or was that someone else? I can't even remember now. My brain's fried. Is that the one where he set it off on his bed? I think I actually remember that clip. I think it was like in his bedroom. The fact that nuisance streamers have an audience existentially disheartens me. Same. I think most of the audiences surrounding like nuisance streamers or like prankster streamers though is people trying to clown on them and tell them they're pieces of shit. I think that's like the majority of those audiences, which isn't a good thing. It's not a good thing because you're still giving them a platform. Don't do that. Just don't watch it. Let it die. And then it doesn't get mixed in with the people who actually watch it. Now you know the people that support them, and then you can hold them accountable as well.
You have a true to real life art in fan art.
Oh, no.
Enjoy.
I don't want to enjoy that. Thank you for the $2. I don't want to. I'm not going to enjoy that. I don't think there's going to be any enjoying. Wait, we got the year that the ocean blue was sailed. Whoa. Huh. Whoa. Oh, how about that? Oh. Okay, this one doesn't, like, it doesn't make me think it's real. I wouldn't look at this and then get worried. Why did you make it bigger? Question. Why is it like somebody fucking put a piece of, like, wax on the back of my head and ripped it off? It's not even like a bald spot. It's just a fucking block ripped out of my head. Why? No. Is it a square rectangle? We're not doing this. This is now we're treading on ice. Now we're treading on thin ice. My hair in the back is fine. It's fine. A craft single the back of your head. It got stuck. Yeah, it was literally like somebody was trimming the hedges and then gave up. Just fucking gave up. Oh, for the record, by the way, I want to mention this just for funsies. Today for lunch, I made 4 burgers and I ate all the burgers, and then I went out to eat and I had a bunch of little clams, and now. Bubba's full. Good Lord. It's a round shave. That's the due date. Streamer's getting old and fat. Okay, when I wake up tomorrow, this is going to be gone and I'm going to take a big poo-poo, okay? It's like a burrito baby. Santa streamer. I could be tricking you all right now. I could be wearing the fat suit. And nobody would know. Nobody would be aware. Nobody would be none the wiser. Dad bod's coming in nicely. Miscarriage dream. That's messed up, man. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. I have been exercising less ever since I started the Game Corner expansion. I do need to get back to a regular exercising schedule. I feel like all my schedules got off whack from making that hack. It threw everything off. I don't eat carpet. I can't emphasize enough how weird those clams were. They were like this big. I've never seen clams like that. We don't have those in New England as far as I know. Unless a nest of clams was raided and those were the babies, in which case that's fucked up. Elite athlete blood, that elite athlete DNA, thank you. Thank you for mentioning it. Fucking shredded. Those were the babies. I feel like, you know that clip of SpongeBob where he was karate chopping the clams floating in the ocean? That's what I felt like when I was eating. Except it was kind of like surgery, because I'm this big-ass man, and the clams are like this big, and there I am with a fork holding the clamshell like this, like doing surgery on a grape. These ones didn't taste that good. The food wasn't very good tonight, to be honest with you. Except the escargot was great. The snail, delicious. Let's go Purgatory Street, baby! Been walking for a while to exercise, but I've only gained weight since doing it because my legs have gotten so much stronger. I can now kick a parked car across the street. Sweet Lord. I've found that walking is only good if you do a shitload of it. You have to do a shitload of walking. You have to walk like miles a day. I mean, if you're older, it's good for you in general just to like get out and be active. But if you're younger, you got to do a shitload of walking to do anything. What snail tastes like? Snail kind of tastes like a hot dog. No, it kind of tastes like chicken. And usually it's like soaked in garlic and either olive oil or butter. So that's really all you taste. Everything, every meat, look, every meat, if you're going to describe a meat, everyone's like, oh, it tastes like chicken. Let's just face it, other than beef, every meat tastes like chicken. Other than beef and some seafood. I eat snake, it tastes like chicken. I eat alligator, it tastes like chicken. I eat snail, it tastes like chicken. I ate Rocky Mountain oysters, tastes like chicken. Kind of chewy like an overcooked oyster. It is a little chewy, but it's not super chewy. Depends on how it's cooked. Walking a ton of incline. Incline is better. Incline works more of the muscles. I've eaten people taste like chicken. Turtle? Do you eat turtle? Do people eat turtle? Like a hard roll? Can we just say it tastes like meat? Well, I would argue like beef tastes different than chicken, and shrimp tastes different than chicken, and lobster tastes like different than chicken. Is turtle soup like a real thing people eat? Or has that always been a joke because you put the soup in the shell? I used to walk like miles every day when I lived in Boston. Now I don't walk like anywhere. Which is sad because I want to, but I have no place to go. Kangaroo? What does kangaroo taste like? And don't say chicken. Pork tastes a little like chicken, but not really like chicken. Turtle soup is a real food. Oh my god, it is. Turtle soup is a rich, flavorful soup traditionally made with turtle meat. It's in New Orleans. That's wild. I could not imagine eating a turtle. That would make me sad. I can eat lamb, no problem. I can't eat a turtle. That makes me sad. One of our patients is telling me about his snapping turtle hunting stories, and I thought he was joking, and he kept going for another 15 minutes. That's so wild. It would make me feel guilty. Like, I feel like turtles, their whole thing is they just hide in shell. I mean, snapping turtles will bite you. But they're so, like, useless. They're not like out attacking things and eating other things. They just eat leaf and hide in shell. It's like you just come over and you're like, food. Eating bugs grosses me out. I don't think I could live on a diet of bugs. I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could pull it off. I don't think I wouldn't be able to live in the world where we all start eating bugs to save on the environment. The turtle pet will change your mind. I know of the turtle pet from Gumball. What's that called? It's not a turtle. It's a type of turtle, but it's not a turtle. It's like a very specific turtle. And it's really weird looking. It's like what a Namorous is. I don't think it's a tortoise. It's a specific type. It's what a Namorous is based on. Or a Namorous Therian or whatever. Or a Namorous incarnate is what I mean. What's it called? 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 So, a soft shell turtle? Is it just a soft shell turtle? They have like the weird freaky faces where they look kind of like rats. Are those like evil? Are soft shell turtles evil, or is that just a Gumball thing? Saul, hello, welcome to the stream. Everything is chicken, including you. I am not a chicken, I'm a grown man. I'm a grown-ass man with the heart of a lion and the stomach of 4 cows. Made of steel. That's a gumball thing. I'm gonna Google it. Are soft-shell turtles evil? AI overview is not available. Soft-shell turtles are aggressive. They do bite. They submerge themselves in mud. And they have a musky odor. Okay, I kind of like these soft-shell turtles. What's going on with a soft-shell turtle hiding in the mud? Scurrying around in the mud? It smells musty. They got something going here. Thank you for the membership. With that hair, I would be mistaken for a parrot before a chicken. Moonboy, welcome to the stream. You know what? I'd be okay because I'd get out on bail. In a biology lab, she had a soft-shell turtle named Squirt. He was friendly. I would imagine they're probably not, like, aggressive unless they're actually being threatened. I think the amazing world of Gumball has tarnished the name of the soft-shell turtle. And for that, I hope this new season redeems them. This new amazing world of Gumball show, Weird World of Gumball. I hope they redeem it. Also, 1,500! Great. Great. I'd bail your hair out of jail. What about the rest of me? What about the brain? What about that stomach of 4 cows except they're made of steel I was talking about? What about that? Confirmed, man, rich. I'm anything but rich. But if you would like to make me rich, it would come with also a solution. For this here Kirby in a pickle jar, it would free the Kirby from the pickle jar for just $2,000 donated. We will free the Kirby from the pickle jar after his 2-year demise. Paladin, hey pal, looks like you're doing good. You look great. You look healthy. Welcome to the chat. 15,000 more attempts. I bet it's this one. 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 It's not this one. 1,501, baby. Throws up on the shiny Eevee. Flick blow. I'm sorry, blow. Thank you for the message. I will look at a Squirt and I will say that's definitely a turtle. You're welcome, Mr. Streamer. Yeah. Up yours, Mr. Streamer. When are we getting this damn Eevee, man? You're playing too mellow. Is that what this is called? I don't know. Softshell turtles weenie? I think we need a new topic immediately. You can't get shinies in XD. Bug, we have gone over this about 1,000,000 times. This is a hacked version of XD. Also, you can get a shiny Eevee in vanilla XD. This is a thing you can do what we're doing right now in your vanilla copy of XD. I had a turtle named Gamera, but she didn't adapt. While moving from the south to the north and passed away at 15 years old. That's a sad story. I hope that turtle lived a lovely life even though it did not adapt. If a streamer breaks live while resetting for a shiny in front of a ton of viewers, do they really break it all? Break meaning like snaps, like brain snaps, goes crazy? There's a gale of dankness. I think that we would have to do another stream afterwards that would have to do with Mario and mushrooms somehow. Hacking is bad, bro. If I were to pick between the grassroots community of the ROM hackers that put their blood, sweat, and tears in the game and a big corporation with the biggest franchise in the world, I gotta defend the big corporation. Every time I gotta defend the corporation. I don't want to distract or anything, but you should look at a softshell turtle's neck. Isn't it like long and like Ball-sackish? Isn't it kind of like that in texture and feel? If the lady is taller than you on a date, play your A game, because not many men can say they've done the same. You gotta keep what's yours. I'm dry of a crucial drop in a bootleg MMO and I'm losing it. Figure it out! Why is the first thing I hear in stream ball-sackish? Okay, what were you expecting though? What were you expecting different? You must support the company. I need my enhanced weapon sheet. There's more things in fan art? Oh no. Oh, don't tell me there's more stuff in fan art. Don't say that. Don't say these things to me. I used to get excited about fan art, and now I just feel fear when there's fan art. Now I feel worry. It's strange. What is this? What is this? What is this? I used to get so excited. The pickle jar's driving it? I think... wait, yeah, no, that was Kirby. Kirby in a jar mowing my hair. I know what balls would feel like. Yeah, that was a tough chat. That was a tough chat. I don't know if it feels like balls. I think it looks like it. I just think it looks like it. Hey Chris, big fan. Can you tell me a bedtime story for me, please? Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, hang on. Yeah, hang on. Let me set the stage real quick for you. Can't just have a bedtime story without setting the stage all nice for you. You'll never get to sleep. Hopefully this isn't lying to me. Is it lying to me? It's lying to me. They said it was royalty free, but I see a copyright claim in the description. How dare they? Once upon a time, there was a sailor.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
The sailor was a well-renowned captain, an adventurer of the seas. He would go on long trips across the Atlantic, searching far and wide, delivering goods, but most importantly looking for treasure. This captain had a family at home, a beautiful wife, and 2 little baby boys. The captain would hit the sea. They would all wave and throw a big fuck-off bottle at the boat in celebration. As the captain was going to disappear for months, possibly at a time, but the family knew the captain would always return. The captain had a dog. The dog was fucking loud, but he loved him anyways. He's a good dog. The dog died, sadly, due to a dodgeball incident. Anyways, the captain went out to sea for a few months at one point in search of a mysterious island. An island known as Dirty Seagull Poop Island. But he did not go to this island for the dirty seagull white shit everywhere, no. He went to this island to find the king rat. And the king rat's treasure.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
For you see, this was not just Dirty Seagull Poop Island, this was also Rat Island, which by the way is a real place in Puerto Rico. You can actually go to Rat Island. There's a Rat Island in Puerto Rico, and there's just rats and birds on the island, and that's it, and garbage. The captain set sail. And the family threw big fuck-off bottles at the boat, just like that. Threw big fuck-off bottles at the boat. But this was no ordinary sail. For in the middle of the sail, there was a fucking streamer who wanted to just get a shiny Eevee. And look, there's a fucking captain and a big fuck-off Lugia. Took his boat 1,506 times, and he died every single time. Each one of the times he died. The end. Where is this shiny fucking Eevee? I want the shiny Eevee. I hope that helped you fall asleep. I bet you were born on Rat Island. I want to go to Rat Island, man. I want to go to Puerto Rico, go to the Rat Island. Apparently the tide comes up and it splits it into 2 islands. And all the rats have to scurry across the island to get home before the tide comes up. I want to go there. But if you beat the Salamence, it made Eevee shiny? You mean beat the Metagross? I have the Salamence. I don't think you deserve the shiny. Why not? Why not? I've earned this. I've been working for almost 33 hours. 33 hours! It's just garbage. It's not a real island. It's more like a boat. No, it's a real island. There's just a ton of garbage on the island because they used to put garbage on the island. I've done my research. I've done my due diligence. If you look up the island, you'll only see pictures mostly of rats on trees because they're at war with the birds. The birds want to eat the rats, and the rats want to eat the garbage. It's a never-ending war. We've not had dog wobbling this week. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, okay? Chat didn't vote for it. And I didn't put it in a vote. I will one day pass it on to my kids. Will any of that... I mean, there will be stories of, you know, ships sailing across the sea, captains and treasure, and dirty seagull poop. Those will be a forever thing. Will streaming be a forever thing? If you mentioned the streamer part at the end, would they understand that? Or does, like, Twitch go down and then YouTube says, yeah, we don't care about streaming. And then that platform just disappears. And it becomes like a nothing burger. My kids will be 7 feet tall. Bold claim. This is visiting our home, the great rat nest of the Caribbean. I'm telling you, let me look up the name. Puerto Rico Rat Island. It's called Isla de Ratones. It's an actual island. It's off the coast of Ponce. Isla de Ratones. And I will go there. That's my goal. I want to go to Isla de Ratones. Or at least circle around the damned thing. Like, I just spit everywhere. Linguini Central. What? What? I feel like streaming as a platform could just die one day. Could just go away. Will you take a rat home? No. They're in the perfect ecosystem. I do not want to remove them from paradise. And they have to fight in their war against the birds. I can't take their soldiers? Why wasn't that a Rapunita name? I don't think it would fit if we're being real. Maybe it would fit. I don't remember how many characters are in the derby. Pics of yourself on the island? If I can get a picture of myself on Isla de Ratones, I can retire. I would be so happy. If you got a picture of me on Isla de Ratones, you would see a smile on my face you have never seen before. It would be ear to ear and maybe beyond. Will you join the fight and which side? I wouldn't join the fight because it's not my fight to win. It would be very white knight of me to join the fight. But I would be on the side of the rats. Holding a stick, helping the rats fight the war. There's a clip of me that goes viral. It's like, crazy man goes to Garbage Island. Island of the Rats. And it's me, like, in, like, nothing but tattered, like, shorts. Ripped up shorts with a long beard. And I'm fighting off birds with a stick with, like, 20 rats behind me. Ah! Ah! It goes viral on TikTok. And goes to the media. Peculiar man spotted on Isla de Ratones, off of Ponce in Puerto Rico. Locals say that this man needs to be deported immediately and is disturbing the environment. Hello, welcome to the stream. There's a war that nobody's paying attention to between the rats and the birds. We need to get news outlets talking about this thing. Nobody's talking about the war between the rats and the birds. Why do I feel like you'd lose to the birds? I would have the rats on my side. I'd be fine. Have you ever seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail? Also, thank you for the follow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to move that thing down to the bottom here so it's not as intrusive on your follow notification. I've seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail. It was when I was in college at a friend's place, and he had me smoke a ton of weed before I did it. And I don't smoke much weed. In fact, I smoke no weed at all, so it made me like this. And I can't remember a single thing from the movie. I don't remember a single detail. Gonna be featured on the next version of Crab Punchers Weekly magazine. That'd be sick. Team Rat or Team Bird? You decide. 2-player game to play so I can hijack your stream twice a month or so. That does sound fun. Birds are just rats with wings? Now hang on! Hang on! You're telling me this is a bird? A bat is a rat with wings. Let's be real here. Also, welcome to the stream, by the way. This with wings is a bat, okay? It's why it rhymes. Rat and bat. Very simple. A bird is a fucking lizard with wings and it shouldn't be trusted. And that's why we have to fight on the side of the rats. Okay? Okay? Put them on your head. What's wrong with lizards? There's nothing wrong with lizards. There's things wrong with lizards with wings. Okay? Feathered lizards with wings? That's a problem. With beaks too? Ugh, that's a problem. Lizards themselves, they're chill. Thank you for your wisdom. Look, sometimes people don't realize it, but I'm a bit of an expert on the topic, so I appreciate you bringing it to people's attention. Just gonna ratatouille them. If I get the shiny with the rat on my head, something's wrong. Something's wrong. Yeah, we gotta support the mammals. You wanna support the birds? Ugh. They're spying on us is what they're doing. Does he have a blanket? I can tuck him in this shirt. I can do one of these. Like so. I look like an insane person. I look like an actual crazy person. Put him in a sock. Okay, wait. This music is so intense. My socks are very big for my very big feet. But it's clean. Now he can relax. That was a free one, too. You left your wig off screen. I don't have a wig. It smells like laundry now. Like clean laundry. You're getting dressed up for your permanent vacation to Rat Island? I just need a pair of shorts and then I need to rip them a little bit. Like around the pant holes. No, we didn't say bats or rodents. We didn't say that. They're rats with wings, but that doesn't mean they're rodents. It did not look like a shirt at first. What did you think it was? Call it a rock. You want to see something strange? Ew. Oh, and there's a hole in the sock. Oh, that's not good. What are bats? What are bats classified as? It's a chiroptera. Chiroptera is a bat. Not a mammal, a chiroptera. They're little freaky guys. Bats, if you see a picture of a bat, it's cute. If you see a bat in real life, it's not cute. It's spooky. It makes you go, ah! Send those socks to the Vatican with how holy they are. Pretty much all of my socks have holes in them, and they're not even old. It's just because my feet are too big. Beachelada, hello, welcome to the stream. Sugar gliders are funny. My coworkers wanted me to get a sugar glider as a pet because they wanted someone they know to have a sugar glider as a pet. I don't think I could take care of them. They're kind of hard to take care of. Clip your talons. My toenails are short. It's the size of my foot. Get a turtle. I'll never get a turtle. I've talked about this once. I'll never get a turtle because I took care of my friend's turtle when I was a kid. And day one, I picked him up and said hello to the turtle in my hand. And then he pissed on my hand, and then he cummed on my hand. So now I don't want a turtle. White cream came out of the turtle onto my hand. My coworkers also wanted me to get a flying squirrel. I am thinking about getting a dog. I am thinking about it. I have put some thought into it. They have two separate ways of peeing. Turtles can cream their piss. They can froth their piss. No offense, but do you have time for a dog? That is the only reason that I don't have a dog right now, because I am not sure. Because I am unsure. But it would give me a reason to go on walks, and that's what I want to do. I think I am a dog. All I want to do is go on walks, but I don't have a reason to go on walks, so I don't go on walks, so I get depressed. But if I just went on walks, I'd be okay. I'm a dog. That's their pee. They can drop urates. Ew, what is that? Do I want to Google that? I don't want to Google that. I'm not going to meow. I'm not going to do that. Get a pet rat and take it on walks. My coworkers have told me I should also get a pet rat. I think they just want me to have pets. But while I think it would go bananas on the stream, I think I would do a bad job taking care of rats. Take stream on a walk. But that's embarrassing, IRL. You're very golden retriever coded. If I was an animal, I'd be a dinosaur. Okay? I'd be like one of those big ass, not T-Rex, but I'd be one of those big ass dinosaurs. Big, strong. Maybe I'd be a gorilla. Be a giant golden lab. No, not because I'm old. I put a collar on you and take you for a walk. A golden retriever wearing a dinosaur suit. That would go hard. Like, you give it one of those suits where it has little arms that move with its feet, and when the dog runs, the arms move up and down with the feet. That would go hard. You'd be a himbo, but you know what the word himbo means? I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I learned half of my vocabulary through this stream. And it doesn't keep me young, it keeps me uncomfortable. If I was a dino, I'd want to be... what does that mean? What is that one? Nyctosaurus? What the hell is that? That's a fucking cool dinosaur. What the hell? What the hell? Huh? What is your goal here? I'm getting a shiny Eevee right now. I'm getting a damn shiny Eevee right now. I'm not allowed to play the game unless I have shinies on my team and only shinies. Not allowed to use anything but shinies. It's maybe one of the worst games you could pick to do this, mostly because normally it's hard-coded so that you can't get shinies except for the Eevee and for the encounters you find in wild areas. Tell me what this means. Skibbity Ohio Riz Phantom Tax. If you said everyone subscribe to the stream, that's what you said. That's what that means. Cats get dog-coded separation anxiety. No, I'm right. That's what you said. You said everyone subscribe to the stream and don't forget to leave a like. That's what you said. That's bar for bar what you said. How about I unsubscribe? That's not what he said. Stop trying to corrupt the streamer. I have learned so many things through the stream, and only half of them have gone through to my actual brain memory core. My hard drive. Infinite amount of spray bottles. Don't make Paladin spray me! I don't know what I did! I'm gonna say something silly and goofy and stupid, and then Paladin's gonna spray me, and I'm not gonna know why! I'm not gonna learn from this lesson! Oh, not me? Oh, thank God. Thank God. You've learned a soft turtle shell's bathroom habits. Yeah, it is kind of worth it. A toll booth to shake you down for likes. No thoughts, head empty. I have noticed that, like, I noticed this when we did the Delicious James video, where there was a villain secretly, and none of us knew in the game until the very end. I'm not gonna spoil who it was, because there are people here who might not have seen it. But I did notice that there were a lot of comments saying that it definitely could not be me because I'm too smooth-brained. Huh? Said Chris wouldn't be able to get away with it. He's too smooth-brained. Why is that? What do you mean you see that? If I wanted to, I could flip like a dime. I could go evil in a second and nobody would even know. They'd have no idea. I'd be your best friend and then boom, suddenly I'm the one who's pulling down your pants in front of all the girls. They see your underwear. And there's polka dots. Just like that. Bad water graphics. Yeah, it's not great, but I think this is 2006, so probably still could have had slightly better water graphics. Sorry, no, I only watch evil fucked up streamer Chris. Evil Chris Piché plays Digimon with cheats on. The Gulpin Roof conversation took me out. I didn't know. I always do this thing, right? Because for some reason in those RPGs, I'm always the one that gets, like, stuck in alone time. I'm, like, constantly, like, leave the call and then come back and be alone, Chris. So whenever I, like, have the leave the call moment, I always leave the entire time because I don't have anything else to do but sit here. Like, I might get a water and come back. But while I'm sitting here, I'll just, like, say shit. And I always wonder if Shannon listens to it. I've always wondered if Shannon listens to it, and then I found out in that members video that Shannon does listen to it. We still mourn you. It was a sad ending. I've died in multiple, but that one was a sad ending because there wasn't even a bit. I just died. Which is kind of the bit. AM, welcome to the stream. Chris is so dangerous. We all think he's too smooth brain, but it's all cover up for the most heinous evil genius that ever lived. I am Gru. Done another art. Don't want to spam, but I like this one. Look, we got to get this shiny. We got to watch a boat over and 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 over again. Chris scares me. I could be up to something. I could cause something, and you won't even know it's coming. You won't even be aware. You'll have no idea that it's even coming. Fuck. Now what? Wait, are you the Groudon Jim keeps talking about? Okay, folks. It seems we have come across a Groudon here. Folks. Now, folks, let me ask you this. What is this right here? Is this a double rat all the way across the sky? Well, I do look like a psycho, like a serial killer. It is kind of cute at the same time, so I appreciate this one. This one's good. Nothing Chris does can scare me other than him driving. My evil plot this whole time could just be me getting into the front seat of a car. That could be it. That could be the whole plan. You're a psycho. I'm not a psycho. Your kidnapper van. It's a milk van. That's the exact opposite of a psycho, is a man who delivers milk to the public. Out of the goodwill of his own heart. I don't see how we can't understand this. Science facts got you censored. Why are they blocking the science facts? I am a passenger princess, it's true. I don't often drive places. I like being a passenger princess. I'm proud of that. I'm proud of it. The milkman from Psychonauts? Is that the guy who's like, I am the milkman, my milk is delicious? Or is it something else? My milk is delicious. Ice cream truck is just a frozen milk truck. See? And everyone loves the ice cream man. Stream and pretend that everything is normal. That's kind of what I do. That's kind of what we're doing right now. Driving a car would be the car. I would drive a clown car. And it would be extra funny because I'm extra tall, so me coming out of the clown car would just look goofy. Why were you doing Obama voice? Let me be clear. I'm the milkman. My milk is, delicious. I've never played Psychonauts. Wants to be driven around, obsessed with the milkman, wants Walkie's blonde hair. Fuck! I'm literally a dog! What happened? Chris rides his drone to work now. Imagine me, like, sitting crisscross applesauce on top of a drone. Imagine that world. Chris got that, I don't know if I want to read this. Oh no, it's fine, I take it back. Chris got that Olive Garden garlic bread energy, and I take that with stride. Because we all love Olive Garden breadsticks and garlic bread. As much as you don't like to admit it. I thought you drove a Flintstones car. When I was a child, when I was a small baby boy, we had those little Flintstones style cars that you could ride around the driveway. And my cousin got into one of these Flintstone style cars. And we have this gigantic hill in my parents' driveway. A massive hill. And my cousin comes barreling down the hill. I'm like 2 years old. And slams into me, little baby Chrispiche. Full speed, terminal velocity going down the hill. Yes, the Fisher-Price ones. And I broke the shit out of my arm and had to wear a cast for a lot of my baby life. And now as a grown man... I have an arm that's longer than the other one, permanently! Permanently! Ow! One of my arms is shorter! Why did you break your arm? Seems like a bad idea. Okay, I didn't break it. I got slammed into by one of the little Flintstones mobiles, and it changed my life permanently. Okay. It ruined my life! Is that how your parents were able to tell the difference between you and your brother? We're actually nothing alike. We're fraternal twins, so we have nothing in common. It's very easy to tell the difference between us. You wouldn't even know we were brothers if you looked at us. Need a hand's length? It's only like this.
Your parents probably adopted Lola because she reminds them of you. Golden Retriever coded. Woof.
Thank you for the $4.99. My parents did have 2 golden retrievers when I was golden up.
I made another
Growing
masterpiece for you, Piché. Enjoy it.
I don't think I'm gonna enjoy it. It made me feel nauseous already. I haven't even looked at it. Thank you for the $2. Golden up. Becoming a modder/streamer. The origin is more so, one of my friends, when I was a kid, showed me scratch.mit.edu. And then I developed shit on Scratch. And I was already into animation and music growing up. And I learned how to code really shitty like, because I didn't care much about the coding and I just wanted the product. And like doing the animation and the music. Okay, I hate this. I hate this image. I look like a sneaky man. I look like I'm not even trying to be cute. Well, I look like I'm trying to be cute, but I look like a deceitful cute. Like I'm up to something. Like I'm going to cause something. And I'm trying to get you to trust me by thinking I'm just a cute little guy. Is that AI or real? That's a drawing! That's a drawing! Oh, winner's smile. There were 2 eggs released and 2 separate sperm fertilized each egg. This is true. This is facts. This is not a Nuzlocke. If it was a Nuzlocke, this would take years. It might already take years, who knows. This is definitely one of the slowest of the encounters, is the very first one, though. Okay, I'm about to hit you with the ooh woo. We didn't need to immortalize it in art and a frame. No, I'm 6'5", my twin is 5'11". I'm not short. Are the edited odds modern or Gen 3? The odds are not edited, it's still 1 in 8,192. We just removed the lock. That's all we did in that hacking. We can RNG min it, but that kind of breaks the purpose. He's taller than you by a foot. No, I'm 6 inches taller than my brother. We need an ooh-ooh compilation. I feel like that would be a short compilation. How many times have I said ooh-ooh on stream? That's 1. We'll get the Eevee. I'm not 4'11", I'm 6'5". Okay. I don't need to fight this. I don't need to fight this. I know who I am and I am true. What I am is true, and what I am is justice, and what I am is a damned lion. I'm a shrimp. You better know your worth. I know exactly who I am. I know my values. I know. Sounds like you're stuck in a can. What? Oh, because you refresh stream. 5 this stream alone. I haven't even seen any streams in ages, so probably more than you think. Do I on a weekly basis say it? Is that height with the hair then? No. The hair adds another couple inches. Height brings me to 6'6", 6'7". Name the next player Rat. All right, we'll do it. We'll do it. If I remember to do it, we'll do it. We will do it. Your fraternal twin is just Kush. Kush would be my real twin. Like, the differences between me and my brother are astounding. Okay? He has dark brown hair, tan skin, different colored eyes. He's 6 inches shorter than me. He's buffer than me. And he's a lefty and I'm a righty. We have many, many differences. We do not look alike. He also has shorter hair than me. What hair? I'm not bald! Was he buff in the womb? No, what's weird is when we were growing up, he was very, very skinny. And then I put on a bunch of weight when I was a kid. And then we both hit growth spurts, and I shot up like a rail, and he still stayed skinny. And then in college, he got buff, and then I got more skinny. I forgot the rat! Picture of y'all too? I might have a picture of us in like high school or something. Yeah, this is us in high school. Hang on, I have to screenshot it so it's zoomed in. Hang on. This is me and my twin brother in high school. And my parents made me wear a rash guard because they didn't want me to get a sunburn. We're twins. Our personalities are very different. Very, very different. Like, I'm the kind of person, if we were to both run into the same situation, like let's take the Panera date story as an example, where I stayed there until almost 11 at night because I was too nice to leave. My brother in seconds would be like, I'm out. Be like, I'm gone. Goodbye. He would not put up with that. Meanwhile, I would sit there. I did sit there and I stayed all night so that I wouldn't be like, so I wouldn't hurt her feelings. Very different people. Brother wouldn't get robbed by a stranger. No, he would rob a stranger, I think. He would not fall. Damn it, I forgot it again. He would not fall into those situations. I don't think he... Well, no, one time, and I mentioned this on stream when it happened. He's big into, like, stocks and crypto. Which I don't trust with a 10-foot pole. And, he had a bunch of money in Bitcoin. He had a ton of money. He had, like, 16 grand in Bitcoin that he had made. And some person hacked into his account and stole it from him. And sent it to, like, China and, like, did a bunch of things so he couldn't ever get it back again. And it's different than me being robbed because there would just be a person on the street comes up to me and grabs it and says, that's mine. And I go, okay, it's yours. This just happened behind the scenes without him knowing it. But he lost 16 grand, which is crazy. Okay, I won't forget. Rat. Did your brother ever beat you up? No, we got into fights growing up, and neither of us beat each other up. I don't think either of us got hurt really bad ever when we fought as brothers do. I do have a scar on my wrist, though. Like right here, it's kind of hard to see in this light. You can kind of see it. I have a scar on my wrist because one time we were fighting, and I was running, we were running down the driveway, and I slipped. and I got a big cut on my wrist. And then at one point, it swelled up like a blister, and I was on a bus ride to a basketball game, and I squeezed it, and it sprayed a kid in the eye. Just disgusting. I couldn't call my bro a bro if he was into crypto. I mean, my brother isn't like into the pump and dump stuff or shitcoins or anything. He's very methodic and thoughtful about it, at least. I'll give him that. He does like his due diligence and research. I still don't trust it. But he's never like lost money other than getting his account hacked and robbed. So I'll give him credit where credit's due. But I still don't like crypto. Belly buttons are technically scars? I know, I have a friend who has a fake belly button. I don't really know how that works, but I know it's fake. Beat the shit out of each other? Good lord. You played a game where you beat the shit out of each other? Can you consider that a game if you're just beating the shit out of each other? Were you like in a Roman Colosseum? Not everyone has a belly button. Kyle XY didn't. Wasn't that like the whole thing about that show? Isn't Kyle XY just about how a dude doesn't have a belly button? I remember as a kid seeing like posters of that all over Boston. I was like, what is... He just doesn't have a belly button. Destroy the cheese with a Hades. Fun fact for those of you who haven't caught the stream before. You can actually tell if the EV's shiny before looking at it in the summary. You can see it in the menu. Its icon changes. You get surgery on your stomach, the belly button gets removed. That's freaky. I wouldn't want my belly button removed. I like my belly button. I like it. How else am I gonna get my lint? Your brother doesn't have a belly button? That's very wild. Dog wrestling? You had a game called Dog Wrestling where you just beat the shit out of each other. Any headaches today? Yes. What's wrong with me? Why does it sound like you know something that I don't? I have had a headache today. I have! What did you do to me? Imagine being bald like Chris. I'm not bald. I don't munch on lint and I'm not bald. I like lint balls as in lint chocolate balls. But I don't like... I'm not bald and I don't like lint. Do you hate birds for the lack of belly buttons? I hate them because the rats hate them and they're at war and we need to talk about it. The rats are at war with the birds on the Isla de Ratones and we need to support the rats. He places his snacks in his belly button for later. Your headache, Ray? Did you shoot me with the headache, Ray? I do want some more water. I do want to get some water. I might put up the BRB screen for a second while I go get some water and go glug, glug, glug. Now I have to. Do you like big butts? Yes. The manual breathing trick doesn't work on me. Hang on, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. You know what I've been trying to figure out? I've been trying to figure out what was the most fun stream we've done. And I'm trying to figure it out for me and maybe for chat too. I'm trying to figure out what I enjoyed the most and what was probably the most enjoyable for the viewers that we've done. I've gone back and forth on a lot of them. Because I think I feel very fondly of one of the first streams I did, maybe even the very first, on the Frozen run. When I went out and got the pizza with the meatballs and the oil on it. That was disgusting. This is your first stream? Good answer. Good answer. Duck Simulator was a lot of fun. Suika game with the real watermelon was a lot of fun, even though I destroyed my foot and my hands. Unfolding, hello, welcome to the stream. Cooking the pizza was pretty fun. Halloween was fun. I can't pick like a favorite though. This is your first two? I don't believe you. I've seen you before. I don't believe you. You can actually use meatballs in lots of things. Meatball sandwiches, meatball subs. How dare you? How dare you try to gatekeep meatballs? How dare you? Chris doesn't have favorites. This is true. I don't like having favorites of things. This is true. I'm trying to think of like what was the most fun. This is your 10th stream? I don't know if I believe you. How many times have I streamed? I don't know. Ever thought of doing Pokemon IRL stream where you just get two friends to dress up and punch each other while you yell at them? That's a good idea. I would like to see my friends punch each other. I would enjoy that. What's your favorite bald meat? I don't have favorites. But I do like a goddamn meatball sandwich. I do like a goddamn meatball sub. I also like Swedish meatballs, and I like a recipe I do that's kind of a combination of the two slapped together. Hire two wrestlers to dress them in Pokemon onesies. I rent out a wrestling ring. I hire two wrestlers. I dress them up as Pikachu and Charizard, and I have them beat the shit out of each other for like 2 hours on stream. Full force. That sounds adorable. You see that little number 1 by my name? That means first stream. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. What does the number 1 mean? Good stream idea. Like two... Okay, what if we get two gigantic men, not even wrestlers? Just like two giant dudes with dad bods. And like, their costumes are fucking awful. They don't look good at all, and they just beat the shit out of each other. And we call it a Pokemon battle. And then if we make a video, it's called, What If Pokemon Were in Real Life? And it's the thumbnail's like me like... And then there's like, from the Detective Pikachu movie, some screenshot behind me. I'm like... Gardevoir and Lopunny. Make them mud wrestle. Yeah, shirtless with bad body paint. Exactly. Exactly. Temu Pokemon cosplays. Some of the first to throw money at you on Twitch. That's interesting, gives you a badge for that. Twitch badges are so cool. YouTube badges are lame except for the ones that say you're a member. Hello Tallow, welcome to the stream. Hello, hello, hello. You do a good soy face? It's so easy though. Doing a good soy face is easy. That's not a difficult task. You have to like... what you do is you do your excited face, but you give it kind of dead eyes. You give it dead YouTuber eyes. Like... You know what I mean? Like, you can't go full force, you have to have the life not exist in the eyes. You have to have the I am here for business and business only, your click pays me money eyes. You heard there were bad ideas? Welcome in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Life in Eyes is Pog. The scream painting. Have you ever looked at a picture of Mr. Beast? His smile never reaches his eyes. Like, if I were to laugh. They can't reach the eyes. That's how you do a thumbnail. That's why you're good, you're dead inside. I'm full of life and happiness. And I'll be full of more life and happiness if we get two wrestlers to beat the shit out of each other dressed as Pokemon. It would go well, it would be good, it would be entertaining. Like a seagull. There's a war on the Isla de Ratones, and we need to support the rats. Don't say these things. Don't support the birds. Just your normal eyes. I have life. I have life. If I was Barry Boy, you'd let me live. Bees make honey. Legalize nuclear bombs. You don't know how people support Mr. Beast? Mr. Beast was a really hot topic not that long ago. And I can't remember what was revealed to be true out of that situation and what wasn't, but it feels like it kind of fizzled out and people forgot about it. I can't remember the details of that situation, but it was all the rage for a while. Very point. I haven't, since Shao put it into a Feebass Friday, I have not stopped thinking about Berry Boy. It's been like a year. What if you captured several pigeons and made them dogfight? That'd be kind of sad, though, would it not? What if we captured the pigeon man and had him fight another man? If we had Pigeon Man from Hey Arnold. You're one of the wrestlers that would be half the labor cost? Yeah, but that would be less entertaining, methinks. You guys would enjoy the first punch into my face, but after that, it wouldn't be a very good fight. If you got just two men with hog calves smacking each other, yelling, I'm Pikachu, I'm Charizard, it'd be awesome. What if you made the pigeons play soccer? That's a good idea. That's a good idea. I remember the lottery, but there was other things surrounding like his employees and the way he treated them, as well as his guests. And all of that kind of fizzled out. What happened to the guy that was like making the videos about it, who's like, I was an in-man. I worked on the scene of the crime. Okay, I lose a little light in my eyes whenever I see fan art. Squid Game was rigged? Is that true? I also have never watched the Squid Game video. I know it's like one of the most popular videos on YouTube like ever. I've never seen it. I ain't never seen it. I never even watched Squid Game. A bitter ex-employee, he muddied the waters so much. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. I think, and I don't know the details, this is my assumption based on what I saw back when I was watching it. I wonder how true this is. This is my assumption from back when all of that dog pack stuff was coming out. I was under the impression that there was some truth to it, but I think that that guy saw an opportunity to get a shitload of views really fast. And probably sprinkled in some embellishments, some bad information, some bad faith information, and wanted to explode. Wanted to become famous via using Mr. Beast. But I think there was some truth to it. Guy making the videos was overblowing it. Mr. Beast is bad. He was just lying about the employees winning. So is that the case? He put actual info and false info out. I think he was like really hard on the fact too that that it was not for the views, but it was obviously for the views because he was doing it in parts. Like, wait till next week when I release even more dirt about Mr. Beast. So it was very obviously about the views. The Squid Game thing might have actually ended up being true. To grow your channel, you should do rage bait, one-sided beef with various controversial streamers. Fun fact, there have been content creators that asked me to do this before. I don't think since I started this channel, but when I did Heyo PC and I did music, there were people who wanted me to make fake beefs with them because they thought it would explode. Which is, when you're like a tiny channel, it's a silly idea to begin with. When you're like a tiny channel, nobody fucking cares. Nobody, you're not gonna get like Moist Critical going, well, my cheeks have been slapped and my ass has been fucked full of cum. Wow. I just watched Chrispiche and some guy argue on the internet and I'm blown away. It's me, Charlie. It's not gonna happen. It would never ever happen in a million years. Nobody would care at all. I make beef stroganoff with you. Beef stroganoff is actually really tasty. I think people underrate it because it's called beef stroganoff. Like, who to beef stroganoff, but it's actually quite tasty. It substitutes, and while it was bad, it was in contract that he could rig the game. That's just kind of shitty. Bad handling of food, water, people's living. It was bad, and the fact there's lawsuits still prove it in parts and ways. I believe it was bad. I believe that. I think surely, if you're like young guy, early 20s, trying to run a gigantic channel and do game show-esque stuff, you're probably going to run it bad. No experience managing business and managing events, probably going to run it bad. She's stroking up my beef until I'm off. It gets a bad rep. Give it a better rep. It's delicious. It tastes good. It tastes like Worcestershire sauce. And Worcestershire sauce tastes good. Tortured them for content. He's getting memes about being in the hood. I saw that. And I saw he fed into it and actually took like photos to look like those memes. It feels like he's on the rise back up again. People have forgiven him. But I just don't know all the details on that. Ice Ninja, I hope you enjoyed your first stream, and I hope you sleep well. Thank you for coming by the stream. You could be the next Mr. Beast. Find 151 bodybuilders, dress them up as Pokemon, and make them fight until one is left. What's sad is that's actually a really good idea. That's actually an excellent... That would blow up on YouTube. You title and thumbnail it like... Which Pokemon would win if it was in real life? What's the best Pokemon if it was real? Something like that. And then you just fuck around and get a bunch of bodybuilders and make the Mewtwo one win. Or you just like actually let them duke it out and it's funny. And the winner wins. It could be fucking Psyduck. That would explode. 151 homeless people and pay them to beat each other up. Okay, that's when we... That's the evil Chrispiche. Make the Caterpie win. Sneak Wurmple in and Wurmple just crawls up on the stage and wins. I would make Rattata win if it was my decision. It would actually be a really entertaining video. People would be clickbaited, but they wouldn't mind being clickbaited because it would be fucking funny. You film someone in total isolation with no windows or daylight cycle will force them to exercise for like nap time. Big yikes. Stanford prison experiment with chat. Fellas, today I have a very special stream. We're going to be replicating the Stanford... the Stanford prison experiment. If you look around you right now, you're all in prison. How'd you get there? Don't ask questions. Begin. How long you plan to stream tonight? I don't know. Probably not a whole lot longer, because I probably shouldn't. I'm not sure. I'm having fun. One grown man. The one grown man is Magikarp. It's like 150 kids in like Kigurumis. And then one fucking buff-ass dude in just like with like a Magikarp fish head. One huge ass dude. He did do the Stanford prison experiment thing? Like, just genuinely did that, or did something end up being the same thing as that? I remember learning about that in a class. One bodybuilder versus 151 toddlers. Who would win? I wanted to make a hack. I wanted to make a hack back when I started streaming. It was one of the first ideas I had for the channel, where I wanted to like implement a mathematically accurate or somewhat accurate 1 billion lions versus all the Pokemon. But trying to put it into like Pokemon Emerald, I couldn't like I couldn't like get the stats down to a point where you could like do a battle that's like 1 billion lions versus all Pokemon in a way that like the stats, if you were to scale all the stats so it fit onto a Pokemon, it wouldn't work. The scaling would never work. Thank you for blessing me. Mr. Beast was actually responsible for the Stanford prison experiment. He actually was there the whole time. Back in like the 60s or 70s, whenever that happened. 100 Brunos versus 1 Rillaboom. Rillaboom wins. 100 Chucks versus Rillaboom. 1 Chuck wins. 1 Chuck. 1 Chuck for them all. The results for the Stanford experiment are fabricated. Is that true? I don't remember. I remember learning about it in a class, and I don't remember any details of it. Because it was when I went to the first college I went to, and I didn't pay attention to any of my classes. All I cared about was animating and working on my animation channel, because I didn't like my major. Nick, have a good rest of your night. Thank you for coming by the stream. The researcher just made it up. That's kind of hard. That's kind of hard to do a science experiment, realize what you're doing is fucked up, and then just make up the results. Just lie. Just lie to people. You just make a video where you boil water at 99 degrees Celsius. You're like, what now, science? Disproven. It's all fake. You really egged the guards on. That whole situation's fucked. It was the friends we made along the way. We should do an experiment that's horrifying and evil. We should do that. We should do a really inhumane science experiment. In the name of psychology. The Michael experience. Is the experiment you going to bed at a reasonable time? No, that one, we've done that one. Putting DDD in the pickle jar. We don't even have DDD. We could swap the Kirby's, though. We could do this. We could swap the damned Kirby's. That is something we could do. I always feel bad when I do that because I think my neighbor's right behind that wall. You think they're like sleeping and then Kirby slams against the wall and they go... Ow! Go to bed at 8 like a weirdo. I'd be a lot healthier if I went to bed at 8. 1 chrispiche versus 151 of chrispiche's brother. My brother would win one-on-one. Chris tries to sleep while Chad does media share. I don't know about that one. He's throwing the ball, man. Should we call the police? Calling Kirby the ball man is really funny. Your neighbors are in the Kirby. What's happening? What are the odds your neighbors discovered your stream? I don't know if they've discovered the stream, but they might discover like that I stream. They might have caught on. 1 chrispiche. Oh, it's gone. We did. We have been required to do a sleep stream since July of 2023. Which is exactly that. We're in sleep stream gate. Don't make me yawn again, please. Don't do that. Don't do this. Kirby functions like a Pokeball. A little bit. I ain't gonna lie to you. It sucks things in. He turns into a ball. He gets through air. He eventually hits the ground. Isn't the canonical reason Kirby can consume so much is because he has an alternative dimension inside of him? I believe that. I think Kirby's a demon. I think if anything, Kirby is a demon. One chrispiche chosen team versus one Pokemon chosen by each member of chat in a boss rush. Ooh. Oh, that could be a cool hack. Pokemon boss rush, and when you pick new game, you can pick all the mons so that it's customizable for people who want to play it, but we can set it up for stream. That'd be really cool. Like, you just fight trainers non-stop. Or we could make it like a full, like, game. Like a gauntlet. Like a roguelike, but everything's set. So it's not like you do branching paths or anything. It could be like one of the Battle Frontier things. Where you have, like, let's say you have, like, a certain amount of money, or you have a certain amount of items and resources, and you can use them between battles, but if you run out, you run out. No, you see, I didn't remake Pokerogue. You see, I didn't. Zurizing, welcome to the stream. I think it's kind of a fun idea. And then you can just plug in the game or randomize it. At a new game, you could plug in all the trainers or randomize them. I think that would be cool. Like, you could set it up so that you could pick a species using, like, the, you could, like, rig, you know how you can, like, pick words to do certain things in Pokemon Emerald? You could rig it so it's only species names. Have them pick from that list. And then set IVs and stuff, or even moves. Oh, fuck you! Thank you for the $5. Is that worth it? If Kirby inhaled me, he'd probably get sick and die. He would... Kirby would get my haircut and then, like, have a stroke. Kirby just fell down the stairs. I can see, like, Kirby would turn green with my hair and just go like, ugh! And then die. There's been replies on YouTube messages for a while. Like on super chats. You can give them likes and you can reply to them. Kirby stays bald. No, he gets my haircut! I need a haircut so bad. I'd get a heart attack if I had a bald spot on the back of my head. I don't have one! It's not a thing I have. Where were you on 9/11? I was at my parents' house. In the kitchen. Did you become rote Kirby Caveman because of your Neanderthal DNA? It's 0.2%. 0.2%, okay? It wouldn't turn Kirby into a caveman. There's 99.8% of other things that it could turn into. Did you say chat decides your new hairstyle? I didn't say that. I never said that. No, because if chat picked my haircut, I'd look like a clown. No, 0.2. 0.2. 0.2. 0.2. Not even a half of a percent. Not even a half of one. Merge? That didn't sound like Homer Simpson at all. 0.2%. It's not 20%, it's 0.2%. You would not look like a clown, Chris. You would look like the whole circus. You know what I pulled on my coworker? I pulled this on my coworker the other day, and I had the biggest shit-eating grin on my face. She was talking about how something was intense. And I said, ma'am, do you know what else is intense? And she said, what? And I said, the circus fire. And I pulled that shit off. And then I got fired. I'm not any percent other than 0.2%. 0.2%. Which is the Joker. Why would you say that? Why would you say that about your mom? Now I know it's a reference to Muscle Man, but why would you say this? Full-time streamer incoming. If I went full-time streamer, you would watch a man starve to death and lose their home. Live. You would see this happen live. I need to upload more, man. I need to post more videos. Shell and I gotta get cooking. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Minus the Neanderthal part. That's what I'm saying. 0.2% milk. That's probably true. That's probably a 0.2% milk in there. Probably. I'm really just a French, Swedish man. Can I live my life? Can I live my life as a French Swedish man? Ha ha ha. Und ja. Can I please? 33 hours of Pokemon XD opening. What would my watch time percent be on that if I just posted 33 hours of Pokemon XD? No, you can't. The remaining 99.8% is poop. I like Swedish meatballs. There's nothing wrong with that. YouTube is lagging hard. Hit the refresh button, brother. Hit the refresh button. Slap it. Smack it around. Look, I'm just a simple man. I like Swedish meatballs, and I like escargot. Is that criminal? Is that an offense? That's what I'm saying. Bop it, twist it, pull it. It is nothing, sister. Damn it. Both are goated? That's what I thought. It wouldn't be a chrispiche stream if shit wasn't brought up. You're not wrong. You'll get Pokerus before Shiny. Well, you have to do a battle to get Pokerus. So that it's not possible for the first one. But it could happen for Teddy Ursa, which we were going to have to get. I have to get a puke green Teddy Ursa as our next one. Required. You do start out in a battle? Yeah, but you don't keep the Salamence. So it's still not possible. Is Pokerus even in XD? Can you even get Pokerus in this game? Does it exist? It must, because if it exists in Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Fire Red, Leaf Green, and you can transfer them, it must exist, but can you contract it in the game? I see no data on this. There's no data on this. Oh wait, can Pokerus be spread in this game, Pokemon XD? As far as I know, I don't think so. If you did that, you're probably going to be the first to find out. Nobody knows. Nobody knows if you can get it. It is in vanilla. You can get this Eevee, but you can't get Shadow Pokemon shiny in vanilla. Escargot's texture's not that bad. It's not like as chewy and as slimy as you'd think it is. The Salamence can be shiny. The Salamence 100% can be shiny. And you can never keep it. It can. You can get shiny salamence. And if it happens before we get this Eevee, then I have to donate memberships. I can't remember if it's 100, 150, or 200. I keep changing the goalpost. But I lose a lot of money no matter what. No, I don't want to get it. I don't want to get the salamence. Mushrooms are seafood? That's a damn shame. I love mushrooms. I love some seafood. Not a lot of seafood. They didn't play Pokemon games before they made Coliseum, so they probably didn't know what Pokérust was. That's a good question. Honestly. Because that is true. They didn't look into what Pokemon was when they designed the games. But I wonder if Game Freak just was like, you gotta put it in. It's part of the mechanics. Never having a burger? Huh? You ain't never had a burger? I've never had crawfish. But it always looks tasty when people eat it. But I can't say I would like it or dislike it. I don't know. I've never had it. I do like lobster, though, and I do like shrimp. Not crazy about crab. But I like lobster. I kind of wish I had lobster tonight. I had the option of having lobster tonight, and I didn't get lobster. Instead, I got tiny little clams. Can the Sailor Boy be shiny? We can force it. We can make it happen. We were running a mod where in every battle we were Mirror B. But then chat made me scared that it was affecting the shiny odds. I don't think it was. I turned it off just in case. That's crazy. I had burgers today for lunch. If you get a good burger is damn good. Will you ever be shiny? I have been shiny. You may not know it, but there's a stream where I'm shiny chrispiche. I'm not going to tell you which stream. It's like a 1 in 1,000 now. That you just go through the VODs and find it. Made salad out of a bag? Was that your dinner? Name character burger? We can try it. Meat sweats don't count. What's when I have meat sweats? It's kind of a long shot to trust a crab when you live in the Midwest. That sounds accurate. I can definitely get some good-ass crab around here in New England, but I just don't really like crab that much. Pop-Tarts for dinner's crazy. Mr. Sir Caleb, welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good news! You came right when I was about to get the shiny Eevee right here. It's not shiny. It is modest, though, which is kind of sad. I would have liked it. Chris with grass hair. It's me, but designed like a carrot. It's me if I was a carrot man. Burger. Surely Burger gets the shiny. Surely. Surely we have to live with Burger through this whole run. Surely. The Adventures of Burger. If you disconnect my internet, you lose the stream. Are you still awake right now? I don't know. I've been up since, what, like 7? I don't know. I did have an espresso martini at dinner with my family. Better sushi here in the mountains in Virginia than you ever did in the coast of Georgia. Best sushi I have ever had was in the Bahamas. Oh, this is what a burger looks like. It's a small child with spiky red hair and track shorts and goggles around his neck. And now he's dead. That would be my luck. I do something really stupid as a name. Something I don't want as a name. Something regrettable as a name. And then it works. And then it goes right. Like, I go here. And I name it like what would I hate? What would I hate to have as a name? Like, I wouldn't like if it was like Chrissy. I would have put like a little weird smile in there too. I would have hate that. But like Chrissy would bug me. Because then I'd be stuck with Chrissy, and then new viewers would see Chrissy and think I refer to myself as Chrissy. Like I'm a cutesy-wootsy type. When I am in fact not a cutesy-wootsy type. You want to go to the Bahamas? I do like going to the Bahamas. My family goes every year. I did not go with them this year. That's why I had Lola. No, Christina Piché is not real. Chrissy loves espresso martinis and sushi. Chrissy loves them. Chrissy goes to the bar and orders the green fairy. And the watermelon splash. And loves espresso martinis and sushi. And doesn't have a shiny Eevee, so Chrissy's dead. Goodbye. Chrissa? I've never heard of the name Chrissa. I've heard of a Krista. I also knew a person named Crystal Beth, and she got addicted to crystal meth. You were almost named Tay at birth? Tay can go kind of hard, though. I saw a drink tonight on the menu called the Green Fairy. Let's try a Wumbo. Wumbo's not embarrassing. Don't. This is Wumb with a space. Like Wumb. Wumb. Come on, Wumb. Show me the shiny Eevee, Wumb. Come on. The Adventures of Wumb. His name could go crazy with the space. No, it wasn't. It wasn't meant to be. That's a shame. That's a shame. There's absinthe in it. I didn't look at the ingredients at all. I still can't believe I was at that restaurant for 4 hours. Okay, this one's gonna be... I'm racking my brain for something good. Gob. Gob plop. Not ploke, not gob. Okay, no. Goblo. Goblo. Goblo will get it. What's more painful, Little Deuce, is if we weren't playing this sped up, it'd be 3 minutes for every reset. Instead, it's about a minute. It is foul. Piss. Gobbert. Like Rudy Gobbert. Rudy Gobert. The man who introduced COVID-19 to the NBA. Gobbert. Tinkerbell. I don't think that fits. M for mini. No, not Gobbler. Goblo. Goblo's like supervillain Gobbler. Gurglin. Gobert? Okay, what if we do tried and true Kogurt? Like Kogurt and Gogurt. The two legendary monsters, Kogurt and Gogurt. We should try both of them. She gobble my mini till I'm warm. Naming him Eevee? Hang on. We're gonna do Kogurt and Gogurt first before we do anything. And if one of these works, we know which legendary is better versus between Kogurt and Gogurt. I'm definitely losing my mind. Gobert is the name of your leopard gecko? Your leopard gecko introduced COVID-19 to the National Basketball Association. I hope you know this. She gobble my mini till I wumb. Kogurt is the god of rain and the sea. True goy. Tampon would be a weird name. That would be a strange one to have appear in the video with no context. Kogurt and Gogurt. They're the two box legendaries from like 2004 or 2002 or whatever. Kogurt is not the strong one. Will Gogurt be better? Gogurt may win the weather war. Thank you for the follow on Twitch. You need to go to bed? Not until I find out. Not until I find out. You ever won the Gogurt sweepstakes? Who won the Dasani sweepstakes for Heart Gold and Soul Silver? What are you evolving it into? This has been a question that we've been wondering for 34 hours of playtime. I'm leaning towards Jolteon. Because Jolteon has the best utility in speed control than the other two. The other, what, how many? 4? Jolteon is the fastest. It is very strong. It will never be Flareon. It probably won't be Vaporeon. I don't think Umbreon would be that good, but it wouldn't be bad. And I like Espeon the most, so it's in consideration. Vaporeon do be a tank, and it do have water absorb. But I still think Jolteon is just better than the other ones. Thinking, like, in context that we're going to have to pick and choose our mons we capture, because we're only going to do Shinies. We're going to be super limited. Like, we're definitely not doing more than 6, including the Eevee. I don't remember what it looks like in XD, though. Because the Shinies look different in XD. What does Shiny Espeon look like in XD? I know Umbreon still has blue. Is Espeon gold? Or is it green? Or is it teal? I'm seeing so many different pictures. I have no idea what color it is. It looks kind of gold. Espeon's normally green, but in XD, is it green? Alright, we'll do Tampon, and I'm really going to regret it if this is the one that works. I'm going to look like a weirdo if this works. Your first ever Kyogre Kogurt? Rackles, the legendary for Pokemon Armored. Kogurt, Gogurt, and Rackles? Looks the same as a normal shiny Jolteon, but its neck fur is also green. Interesting. No, I know like the Shinies 4 Gens 2 and 3, but like Heracross is like got like a stripe on it in Pokemon XD. Some of them are really weird. Like I think Eevee's gold in this, or at least like yellow. It's not like gray. Tampon did not work. You're a Kyogre hater, you were a Gogurt supporter. Mine was Sapphire. It wasn't my first game, but it was my first of those games. So I remember being jealous because I thought Groudon was cooler. But I was kind of happy because Kyogre always beat Groudon. Name it Beans 2. Alright, this might be the last one for the night. We'll try Beans 2. My first Pokemon game was Red, but I was too baby to understand it, and I didn't understand Pokemon until I got Gold. I think Groudon looks cooler, but Kyogre's the better Pokemon. Kyogre's the best of the legendary trio in the right context. That's a bad sentence because in the right context, any Pokemon is better. But in general, Kyogre's better than the other two. Because Kyogre gets Stab, Water Spout plus Rain. And it also gets utility that beats Rayquaza with Ice Beam. Or Blizzard. Crouton. Pokedex is better than Ruby? It is missing like Zangoose though, which is kind of sad. And Mawile, which is probably less sad than missing Sableye. What's the right context for Feebas? There is no correct context. I'm the only person on the planet with a Feebas that anyone can even appreciate in the slightest with Beefas. Otherwise, that Pokemon has no context, no will to live. Let it flop around. Let it sink to the bottom and drown. A father. Wait, who's Regice's dad? Reggie Gigas? I think we're gonna wrap things up here. It is 1 a.m. Unfortunately, I know it was a short stream, but I think we're gonna start to wrap it up here. Which is sad. They have a nice, big, loving family. This is true. What's a mechanic you wish was a thing in Pokemon? Mine is getting hit by an ice move and the rain should have an increased chance to freeze. That would be a nightmare. Holy God, Kyogre would run rampant if that was true. That's cool, but that's fucking crazy. I want them to do something for bug types. I want bug types to be better. I want the bug type to overall be a better type. And then in the process, also nerf Volcarona a little bit because it'll go crazy out of control if bug type gets better, but I want bug type to be better. That's what I want. Because secretly that Scizor will become really good again. And that's what I really want. And Cult Leader, that's crazy. Alright, everyone. I'm really hoping Shal and I can pump out a video very, very, very soon. Like maybe over the weekend? Maybe after the weekend? I don't know. But we need to pump something out. It's been too long. Other than that, we should be good to go for Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, I believe. I also have plans in my brain stewing for new ROM hack, but they probably won't get done for a while because I want to take a break. But that's it. That's it for tonight. I hope you guys had fun for this short stream. But I'm going to bed. Bye-bye, everyone. My pillow is like a block of ice. Look, today I touched the hack. Today I touched it before I... Oh, by the way, if you're not aware, the all-in version is available. The patch is available. I'm going to make a video about it that will explain more detail on it. But you can play all-in version. It's in the Discord. I did touch it today because I thought I made a mistake. And it turned out I didn't make a mistake. I just overthought it and thought I did. And I fixed the Pokedex issue for Gacha. It was one tiny little change that I had no idea I needed to make. You're not my mom. Alright, bye-bye. I'll give you that, your chat's moms. Bye-bye. Shiny Dex, I don't mind. I don't know why it's doing that, but I don't mind it. It's kind of fun. Bye-bye.